This broadcast is for April 13, 2026, Japan time. Welcome to Samurai MLB Talk. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is a place where we explore the essence of humanity through the lens of baseball, through the way we watch the game, the spirit behind it, and the philosophy it reflects from a uniquely Japanese perspective. To our viewers in the English-speaking world, I truly hope you'll enjoy this dialogue about human nature as seen through the game of baseball. Your support means more than I can say. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Part 1, Highlights of Japanese Athletes on April 13, 2026, Japan time. Let's take a look at the performance of Japanese major leaguers today. Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers played as the number 1 designated hitter in the game against the Rangers. Today, with Roki Sasaki as the starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani tends to hit well in games where Sasaki, whom he has named as his successor, is on the mound. Right from the start, he hammered a fastball from Rangers starter deGrom into the right field stands for a home run. Originally, he could have hit 2 home runs in today's game. However, that did not happen. I will discuss the details of this later. Dodgers pitcher Roki Sasaki started the game against the Rangers. He pitched 4 innings and allowed 2 runs. Since he gave up 5 walks, there are still many points to reflect upon, but it was a performance that showed signs of growth. I will also talk more about this later. Munetaka Murakami of the White Sox played as the number 3 first baseman in the game against the Royals. He had 2 walks. While it is unfortunate that he had no hits, I am particularly concerned about his called strikeout. I feel that he and Okamoto are in a similar situation, appearing somewhat bewildered by the difference between the strike zones of NPB and MLB. What I can say to him is, above all, to be aggressive. While discerning the balls and getting walks is a good result, what the team expects most from Munetaka Murakami is extra base hits. Extra base hits are not born if you let pitches go by. The takeaway this time is that he only had 1 strikeout. He tends to have many strikeouts, so the fact that there was only 1 is a positive sign. I certainly hope to see more aggressive at-bats from him starting in the next game. Kazuma Okamoto of the Blue Jays played as the number 5 third baseman against the Twins. He went hitless with 1 walk. As with Munetaka Murakami, unlike in NPB, in MLB, you must strike at hittable balls even if they aren't the specific pitch you were looking for. Otherwise, the count will be against you in no time, leading to a strikeout. What Okamoto and Murakami have in common is their ability to see the ball well, but it is crucial for them to attempt to hit more aggressively. Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs played as the number 5 right fielder against the Pirates. Though he was 0 for 3 with 2 walks, his crucial walk in the 9th inning helped call in the victory for the team. Although he has yet to hit a home run since returning from injury, he is contributing solidly to the team, so we should keep a close eye on his play moving forward. Part 2, Roki Sasaki is growing steadily. Nikkei Sports reports. Dodgers pitcher Roki Sasaki, 24, suffered his 2nd loss of the season. He started and pitched 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 5 walks for 2 runs before being pulled. It was a mound performance that left a sense of frustration. The Dodgers lost to the Rangers with a score of 2-5. On the mound this time, compared to his previous outings, I felt growth in how he limited the damage to a minimum even when facing a crisis. The number of walks remains high. The ball inevitably tends to veer off to the right. While I'm sure he wants to improve his control, I believe he was able to deliver a very good performance compared to the game against the Nationals. Regarding Roki Sasaki, the evaluation changes depending on how you view him. Those who believe he should meet expectations 100% at this stage will likely criticize him. However, that is an impossible demand. I do not know what kind of activities those critics are excelling in, but in their own fields, were they able to deliver a best performance that everyone acknowledged and satisfied everyone from the time they were rookies? I believe that is absolutely impossible. Human beings learn earnestly from what they cannot do, and eventually become able to do what was once impossible. Roki Sasaki is a pitcher in only his second year in MLB. There must be things that confuse him, such as the differences between MLB and NPB, but it seems he is gradually adjusting his body to it. Giving up 5 walks is certainly a lot. A walk is an error for a pitcher. Despite having 5 errors, holding the opponent to 2 runs is proof of his growth. Previously, if there were 5 walks, there would have been more runs conceded, but this time it was only 2. I feel growth there. After the game, Roki Sasaki commented as follows. In my 3 starts, the number of innings hasn't been long: 4 innings, 5 innings, and 4 innings. As a result, my goal is to pitch long innings with few runs allowed so as not to put a burden on the middle relief. For Roki Sasaki to pitch long innings, it is important to avoid giving up walks as much as possible. What should he do for that? I want him to do everything he can before his next start. If the ball absolutely slips to the right, I think he could even try standing at the far left end of the pitcher's plate to pitch. I think trying anything is good. To achieve good results, you cannot be picky about the means. He should have no room to be selective. Even small things are fine. I hope he makes adjustments, clears his challenges one by one, and continues to grow so that he can stand on the mound in the best condition during the second half of the season and the postseason. Part 3, Shohei Ohtani's leadoff home run cancelled out his second home run of the game. Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers was 1 for 3 with 2 walks and 1 home run in today's game against the Rangers. Since Roki Sasaki was starting for the Dodgers, it seems to me that Shohei Ohtani often hits home runs when Roki Sasaki is pitching. Today as well, he hit a lead-off home run suddenly in the first inning. He caught deGrom's first pitch fastball in a single stroke. In this broadcast, regarding Shohei Ohtani's hitting, we have said that when his batted balls against fastballs go from center to left, or fly toward left field, it shows he is in good form. However, the home run he hit off deGrom this time was a 97.6 miles per hour fastball that he carried to the right field stands. Is Shohei Ohtani in bad form? That is not the case. Regarding this home run off deGrom, Shohei Ohtani was aiming for it from the start. He likely approached the confrontation with deGrom by narrowing down his target, thinking, deGrom will throw a fastball on the first pitch. There will be no breaking ball, so I will focus solely on the fastball and swing. He caught deGrom's first pitch 97.6 miles per hour fastball with a perfect 1, 2, 3 timing. It was magnificent. When Shohei Ohtani narrows down his target pitch before entering the batter's box, I believe he would let a breaking ball go by if it were thrown. This time, Shohei Ohtani read deGrom's psychology, predicted a high-velocity fastball would come on the first pitch, and delivered a lead-off home run. However, the home run from deGrom reduced the number of home runs he could have hit in today's game from 2 to 1. What does that mean? In his at-bat in the 7th inning, Shohei Ohtani missed a perfect pitch and ended up with a weak hit. The Rangers pitcher in the 7th was Jake Latz. On a fastball right down the middle that he threw, Shohei Ohtani lost his body balance and ended up with a pop fly to shortstop. Normally, with Shohei Ohtani's hitting, this is a ball that would become a home run. Why did Shohei Ohtani miss a fastball right down the middle? I believe it was because he hit that lead-off home run off deGrom's high-velocity fastball in the first inning. A hitter remembers the good sensation, especially the feeling and situation when they hit a home run, with both their head and body. Shohei Ohtani crushed deGrom's fastball down the middle into the right field stands. With that sensation still remaining, his swing at Jake Latz's middle fastball in the 7th inning ended in a shortstop fly. The course and the pitch type were almost the same, so why could Shohei Ohtani turn deGrom's ball into a home run, but couldn't do the same for Jake Latz's ball, ending in a shortstop fly instead? deGrom's middle fastball was 97.6 miles per hour. A real heater. On the other hand, Jake Latz's middle fastball was 94.4 miles per hour. A hitter remembers the sensation and feeling of hitting a home run in the previous at-bat. As a result of Shohei Ohtani swinging at Jake Latz's 94.4 miles per hour fastball with the timing for deGrom's 97.6 miles per hour fastball, his timing was too fast, causing him to lose balance and end up with a shortstop fly. In other words, because he hit the home run off deGrom's 97.6 miles per hour fastball, he missed Jake Latz's 94.4 miles per hour fastball, which should have been his second home run, and turned it into a shortstop fly. The 3.2 miles per hour difference in velocity between deGrom's and Jake Latz's fastballs effectively prevented Shohei Ohtani's second home run. In the seventh inning at-bat, Shohei Ohtani swung at Jake Latz's 94.4 miles per hour fastball with the timing for deGrom's 97.6 miles per hour fastball. That is exactly why he missed Jake Latz's fastball, which was 3.2 miles per hour slower than deGrom's, and hit a fly ball to the shortstop. If Shohei Ohtani hadn't hit that high-velocity ball from deGrom for a home run in the first inning, I believe he would have been able to hit Jake Latz's fastball for a home run in the seventh. The fact that a successful result earlier leads to a failure later is something that happens not just in baseball, but in life. Because Shohei Ohtani hit a home run in the first at-bat, the home run in the fourth at-bat did not materialize. Analyzing the fine details of baseball like this increases the enjoyment of the game even further. For Shohei Ohtani, while he is satisfied with hitting the home run off deGrom, I think he feels regret about missing the ball from Jake Latz that should have been his second home run. Knowing him, he has likely already started training so that the next time he is in a similar situation, he can hit a home run even if a 94.4 miles per hour fastball is thrown after he has hit a 97.6 miles per hour fastball. He learns more from failure and defeat than others, and can grow more than others. That is why he is called a unicorn. That is Shohei Ohtani. Finally, in today's game, Shohei Ohtani updated the record for the longest consecutive game on base streak by a Japanese player to 46. I would like to keep an eye on how far his consecutive game on base record will stretch. That is all for today. Thank you very much.